No hat today. We're just gonna get started, I guess. So, Eragon was released in 2002 by Christopher Paolini, and I must admit I have very personal bias. This book came at a time to me. It came. My friends told me to read it at a time when I stopped liking reading. I didn't like to read anymore, and they said, "Hey, you like Harry Potter, you like the fantasy genre, you should read Eragon." So I did, and it got me back into reading, and it got me back into writing. So yeah, so that's my biased speech, and I wanted to be completely transparent, or almost completely transparent, maybe opaque. So let's just get into story. The story of Eragon is very tropey, and it shares quite a few similarities with the Eye of the World, just in how tropey it is. And it starts with Eragon hunting. He doesn't find anything. He doesn't get any game, but he does find a stone. He takes it back to the butcher to trade it in for some meat. He wouldn't take it. More on that later. The blacksmith comes in. He buys the meat for him. Garrow, Eragon's uncle, hates charity, so he's angry about that. Traveling merchants come into town, as per usual, and they try to sell the stone. The man they tried to sell it to wouldn't take it because it made a weird noise when he hit it with a hammer. So, a local old man, Brom, tells the story about the dragon riders, and Dragon with an E, Eragon, goes home. The stone turns out to be an egg, it hatches, and Eragon makes what probably is the dumbest decision in literary history, besides Romeo and Juliet, maybe. He hides the dragon. The Dragon Riders, little point here, the Dragon Riders are this big organization, or they used to be, they're all dead now, well, almost all dead, one's come back, that some people worshipped them. You find that out later in the fourth book, which I'll review later this week, but Eragon hides the dragon when he could have just we could have just skipped half of this part of the story, which I won't get into for story spoilers, but so much just could have been done differently here, and that was a really stupid decision. But anyway, he hides it. Eragon and Brom, the local old man, they leave the Caravahal is the village. They leave, they go to a Varden, a rebel faction against the king, because, again, tropey, the king is evil. We gotta take down the king. And they eventually make it to the Varden, and the book ends. And this is really just the first book I've ever had a problem with the story. It's just too predictable. Everything about it you can just kind of just go through. Maybe it's just because I read it twice. I don't know. But I just remember it being very predictable, everything about it. But let's just move on to world building. World building in Eragon is just good. It's not genre defining. It's not mind blowing. It's not anything of the sort. The reason the butcher wouldn't take the stone is because it was found in the Spine. The Spine is a mountain range that runs near the village, and nobody goes up there. In fact, I think it's called the Iguala Falls. I can't remember. I didn't look, but Salone, the butcher, his wife was in the Spine, died, and everyone just thinks that anything that comes from the Spine is cursed, and everybody that goes into the Spine is cursed. But in my memory of reading it twice, I don't think they ever explain why it's cursed. They just kind of say, hey, whoever goes in the Spine is cursed, woo. So that's just one setback. I'm reading my notes. It's just one setback. Other than that, it's done in a way that when I write, I do my own world building. One character just kind of knows everything. It's kind of the wise wizard trope. But one character just kind of knows everything, but you can explain it away. You can say, Brahm's the storyteller, so why wouldn't he know everything about the Dragon Riders? He should know all that about the Dragon Riders, right? But that's all I have to say about world buildings. We're moving on to characters. Characters in Eragon, they're good. But Eragon is stupid. And he whines a lot. And he gets better as the series goes on, but only slightly. Roran will forever and always be my favorite character, and all of my friends who've read the book, I have here relatable but stupid. His cousin Roran, however, he's cool. He's my favorite character, and arguably he should have got the dragon, but that's for a different time. He doesn't get the dragon, and everyone that's read it, at least out of my friend group, is always that, yeah, Roran should have gotten the dragon. The book series would have been like half the length that it is. But other than that, they're all really well written. Besides just Eragon being stupid, and I don't even know if you can call it a character flaw. He's just, it's not that he's not intelligent. It's just that he makes really bad decisions. Like, he hides the dragon. Why would you do that? Just little decisions like that. But they progress beautifully throughout the series. They make decent advancements. They make really good advancements, and they're really well motivated. So I don't have any qualms with characters besides just, gosh, Eragon is stupid. Okay, on the pacing. Pacing is perfect. No part of this book feels too slow or too fast, really. I think I get kind of confused with pacing and engagement. I think I need to define that a little bit better, but pacing and engagement kind of go in hand, and pacing is good and engagement is good. Whatever you want to see is on the next page. Stuff like that. It's just, you have to keep reading this book. And it's good. Engagement's good, pacing's good. I said it's perfect. It is. Pacing's perfect in this book. It fits it really well. And yeah, that's all I can say on pacing. It's good. Now on to final verdict. 8 out of 10. The final verdict is 8 out of 10. The characters and story, that's what's bringing it down. The characters don't make the best decisions, and the story is far too predictable. Just everything about it is way too predictable. That's just it. You could probably guess by paragraph what's going to happen next. I'm pretty sure you could take a dart and put plot points that you think might happen on there and throw darts at it, and it will probably be on the next page. It's just far too predictable, but that's not enough to bring it down, and like I said, I have a personal bias. It's still one of my favorite books of all times. It gets the spot of honor on my bookcase up there. So yeah, that's it. And I want to make a note here about why I'm not reviewing The Fires of Heaven, and that is because I'm not going to review it or Lord of Chaos. It's because I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, I guess, and I don't think I can fairly review it. I have called both of those books the 2 worst of the series, and that's because I think they are, at least right now. I'll have to read them again sometime before I can fairly give them a good score, because I was reading them and another book each time. I was reading To Kill a Mockingbird next to Fires of Heaven, and towards the end of Fires of Heaven and the beginning of Lord of Chaos, I was reading Ghost at a Watchman by Harper Lee. So yeah, that's why that you're not seeing the Fires of Heaven review. But tomorrow will be Eldest, the next in the inheritance cycle, and I'm gonna finish it out for the next few days. And yeah, I'll see you then.